let's start the Stormin' show.
Oh, we're back.
As we left off with our adventurers, they were on their way back to the war camps, the Alethi Warcamps, that they had left to journey to Urithiru. This team, this expedition, was given the task to create a safe route for resources to leave the war camps and head in the direction of Urithiru. In that trek, they have dealt with dangers, they've dealt with the environment itself reaching up and trying to capture them. They've dealt with horrors only known in stories that they were told when they were children coming to life in front of them. But with all of those nightmares, there have also been moments of excitement, calls to adventure, so to speak. And as the armies of High Prince Thanadal came to attack our party, they were rescued by the literal legendary Knights Radiant, falling from the sky like shooting stars. An entire company of soldiers laid to waste in front of them in mere seconds. You all stand as the dust finally settles and witness 3 women standing in front of you. One of them coated in shard plate, shoulder to toe, as you witness her entire helmet kind of dissolve in front of you to reveal a dark-skinned, Asish woman with graying hair, short hair, and a scowl aimed at all of you. She speaks only one word to you, Alethi, before calling to her second, an Iriali woman, who walks up, greets you. I am Inna Kalis, and I would like to ask a favor of all of you. The Vaden woman in the back kind of stands at attention, and then after a while, moves to parade rest in a very formal manner as she does not say anything to you. And in but a moment, you watch as the Azish woman's armor kind of opens up And you notice a woman of, at first looked around 6'5", is actually of smaller stature as she walks out of her shard plate, and it kind of dissolves into nothingness, similarly to a spren would. And she stands examining all of you. That same scowl on her face, her eyes glowing this silver. In fact, all three of them are glowing. Inya kind of takes back the space for a moment. You all seem to be in dire straits. My commander, Laki, decided that we should assist you. Were we wrong in our decision?
No. No. We, appreciate the assistance.
The pleasure is all ours. And this Iriali woman has is probably the least formal of the three, in at least the way that her outfit is set up, as it is more freeing than the other two, coming from Azish invading cultures compared to Iriali. There is definitely less of a threatening position of how she is showing herself to you as the other two. So this is probably how, in all terms, this is the good cop moment that you're having with Inya. Her hair coming down to around her back, braided in gold, similar to wheat, and it kind of just blends in with her skin that looks like it's painted on as well.
Quick question is, because I'm just flashback to is Cierna, is she in the cart? Like, are you out? Like, do you see this? Because if not, I think Nev is having flashbacks to them, just literally the conversation they had the night before. And I think he's like speechless and like way out of his depth. And so I think he's going to like kind of stumble backwards and then just like knock on the cart if you're still in there and be like, Brightness, you might want to see this. And he's gonna like
might want to come look at this.
You might want to come look at this and just kind of make the offer if you wanted to come out and he'd help you get out and stuff.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just have Nanzashu pick me up so that I don't have to struggle.
Absolutely. Your brother immediately just scoops you up. And just nods to you. And as you... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, as he like leads her out, yes, assistance would be helpful.
Yeah, as I like go to like help kind of both them, you know, like just like that transition out of the wagon, I'm just going to be like, they literally came from the skies. They flew from the skies and wiped out a whole... I couldn't storm and... just yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know what to say. And he's just like kind of, well, and yeah, I'll help them out so that, you know, she can see.
Cierna, of course, despite everything, has her book and is taking notes.
Fantastic. As you walk out,
your radiance.
Inya looks past Torvin. This is correct. I am Skybreaker, Inya Khalees of the Third Ideal.
Oh.
Are any of you a part of, I'm assuming, not High Prince Thanadal's court, so to speak?
No, we hail from Sabarial's court. She looks to Torvin and everyone.
Yes. Operating under, Dalinar.
The Blackthorn.
Yes, that is a name that he goes by.
Yes. The one who chose to freely cause havoc against the listeners for the past 6 years. I've heard he's decided to change his ways with the coming desolation.
That would appear to be the case.
That is what they say.
Do any of you speak Azish?
Oh,
Me.
wait. I gotta check my sheet.
Fantastic. You are the only one that understands what Laki, Naimia, the Azish woman, who walked out of her shard plate, kind of looks and sees you and Nanzashu and Nevod, and she just yells out, "That one, she seems to be injured." The rest of you just hear Azish, as you do not speak the language.
I would respond in Azish. Yes, unfortunately I am. Oh, we lost your audio, Craig? I see your mouth moving, but I don't hear you.
This is what it sounds like in Azish.
Yeah.
A very
They're speaking
quiet
through their
language.
minds.
Yeah,
They're
yes,
talking
yes.
telepathically now.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Test.
Oh, yep.
There we go.
Got you.
There you go.
Storm Daddy's back.
Can you
Nice.
can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I lost you after I said,
Um,
how long have you been in this condition is what Lucky says.
Oh, okay. Just a few days. This is pretty recent.
Your healing has already started. How long have you known to have your bond with your sprint?
I'm sorry, what? A bond?
You are invested, child.
What?
I mean, that's true.
She looks
She's.
so confused.
I think Nev
Perhaps
just
my
like.
Azish is rusty. Did you say that there
She
was
puts a hand out, says hold, and you feel yourself pulled from your brother's grip, and you begin to float toward.
I think Cierna is trying not to freak out because she doesn't want to hurt herself. Okay.
Check the spheres around you, you would have noticed that they are done. Your brother kind of like checks his pocket as he has not left your side since this has happened, and realizes as he opens it, are no longer have the stormlight within them.
You're saying that I'm radiant? How?
This is a conversation in which I believe we should be in a more secluded space. Do you have one?
She points to the storm wagon. It's around the middle of the plains.
And yeah, continue the conversation you are having with the rest. I will assist this one in healing. And all of you don't know what the hell is going on.
Yeah, how far did like she get like floated for? Because I feel like both me and Nanzashi probably wouldn't like just let her be right. I would probably have been right like there, like hand on her, like I don't know what I'm gonna do, but like I need to protect her, but like
to the point where you notice that Cierna's like floating to the point of basically she was trying to get a better look at Cierna's condition.
Mm-hmm. Got it.
It wasn't like a Spider-Man just. Oh, I'm sorry, like a Darth Vader just forced.
Well, how is Cierna reacting to this? Like, are you're talking to them? So are you alarmed or are you? Like,
She's a little alarmed.
Okay.
Because she's not sure what's happening.
You
and
know,
it switches back to Alethi, and says, apparently I'm healing. I gotta sit down with, Lady Lockie.
what do you mean healing? I say like quietly, like under my breath to you, right next to you. What do you mean healing? Like what's happening?
I'm not totally sure.
I'm just gonna glance at Nanzashu, who's probably like on the other side. Just like I'm just gonna glance, like I'm like so out of my depth.
And I guess as she's like taking you back, I would ask, like, you're okay with this?
I think so. She says she wants to help. I'm gonna let her help.
I don't think there's much we could do about it anyway.
Inya looks to you, Nevod. You are correct.
Well, might not be much we could do, but she's still a member of our party, so I would like to know if she's okay.
My commander has explained how your friend is invested and is capable of healing her wound in a more faster pace. She just needs to say the words.
What is with these words?
He looks to Nev. Just
Are any of you familiar with the Knights Radiant?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean,
I'm not that familiar with Alethi culture, though I have worked in political spaces in my past life, but...
I mean, everybody's aware of the Knights Radiant, especially now, I would say.
Then you must be with the understanding of some individuals are chosen to become Knights Radiant via Spren. Intelligence Spren.
No. That I'm not aware of.
Well, since Nalen has chosen to no longer be done with any other orders of Knights Radiant in the way of execution, I do not feel it is any harm to give you this information. With the new desolation, the calling of the Knights Radiant has happened upon Roshard once again. The Skybreakers, and she kind of motions to herself and her two companions, we have been at work since the last desolation. But the other orders are more of a awakening, so to speak. Your friend seems to have been chosen by one of the orders that uses the surge of progression.
Oh, I'm sure that will make a lot more sense to Cierna.
Have any of you been in such interesting experiences?
Define interesting.
Strange Spren. I'm only asking out of curiosity. You could say it's one of my favorite traits about myself.
I'm gonna roll a discipline.
Absolutely. What do you want? Oh, discipline straight up.
I'm Dialan.
She'll roll deduction.
Dialan is so very much trying not to make a face or an expression or like sneeze, like something.
He's all,
you have to beat a 10. She rolled low.
Okay, I rolled a 12. But like, yeah, he's trying to keep a straight face. Zariah is probably flitting around here somewhere. But like, he's not sure he trusts these people. He's not super thrilled that they appeared out of nowhere, slaughtered a whole bunch of people, said they were going to help, and knew a whole bunch of stuff about us. The look on his face is definitely one of like Do I have to fight a shard bear? Like, is that so? Yeah, I'm not sure. But like,
Absolutely.
he tries
Am
to
I
keep
gonna
it. He
die
tries to
today?
keep it together. Yeah, is like cool? Do I just
Is
fight it like right now?
You guys literally watched one of these individuals who's about, at this point you can notice maybe 5'6" on a good day, in full sharp plate, slammed like skateboard style into a man on horseback and crushed both of them.
Yeah.
Like,
this is the second time
it
that
is understood.
we have encountered a force that is well beyond our means. However, Torvin is a lot more hesitant with this one. As far as he knows, this group doesn't need us for something, so he's not feeling as confident in asserting himself here.
Okay. And I'll say I think when she asks, like, has anyone like experienced anything like that? I think I would glance to Kelly, Nevod is like, she knows everything about this stuff, apparently, like, even though she probably doesn't, but like, I'm gonna like not like look to her and see if she gives any kind of like, should I say something like about my experience, or I guess I'm just gonna, and it's probably not super subtle, like she'll probably notice, but I'm definitely gonna look to Kelly and see if I should say something or not.
You see Kelly kind of looking deeply at these Skybreakers, like, but it's like she can see something that the rest of you cannot. And she's like in awe.
No help.
Yeah, she's out of it for a little bit.
Oh, what did you say that your group was doing? What your crew was doing for these past since the last desolation? What is it exactly that you are tasked with?
Yes. The Skybreakers are, in our attempts to stop this desolation, the reasoning of the Herald Nalen was to stop the Nahel bond of other radiants from happening, in doing so eliminating one portion of the bond, that being the human that bonds the Spren.
Torvin would immediately tense up. And you're saying that Cierna is such a potential candidate?
Your face tells me that you are in fear of us making that decision today. Fear not. That is not... obviously, that was not as successful as Nalen wanted it to be. So we have ceased from such endeavors. But yes, your companion, Cierna, you say, is one of these individuals.
And how many of these potential radiants did you end up taking care of? Just out of curiosity.
Me personally?
In general.
Am I the first Knights Radiant you have ever met?
Have I? Probably, right?
Yes.
Asking the GM, because I don't know,
that
like
you know of?
that I know of,
Yes.
right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. As far as I'm aware, yes.
Then I would say we were incredibly successful. Wouldn't you?
Sure.
Let me reiterate the fact that that is not what we have come here to do.
Please don't get me wrong. We very much appreciate the help that you offered on this battlefield today. This was, well, not a good situation for us. So please don't take this as any insult. I'm just worried for my people. That's all.
Understandable. Me and my companions are also fearful for your people as well as yourself. We wish to assist you in a sort of trade. You assist us, we shall assist you.
Well, a trade. Now you're speaking my language, sure. We could work something out.
Fantastic. I am working towards the next ideal of my order. In order to do so, I must go on a crusade. That crusade in the past has been of some sort of justice that I am trying to bestow upon Roshar, or any Skybreakers trying to bestow upon Roshar. My commander, Laki Namia, has already done so, being one of the fourth ideal. Somewhat justice itself. My crusade was to help and aid the singers across Roshar. In doing so, I was given the information that a High Prince coalition of the Alethi court was stationed here in the war camps. I chose to assist in any way possible. And my commander, as well as her squire, she finally points back to the woman in the back, the Vaden woman in the back. This is Saravella. She kind of like puts a hand up. Nice to meet all of you. And as she does that, you guys hear and a crunch as the man she shot up maybe a few minutes ago into the air finally falls down and splatters behind her.
Likewise.
Gives a wave to the squire in the back.
In trying to continue my crusade, we found these war camps. You all seem somewhat familiar with them if you are heading towards said destination. Are you all familiar with High Prince Thanadal and High Prince Vamath?
We've had some run-ins with their people. But personally, no, in name only.
Recently, we had a conversation with the two High Princes. You see, as I and my companions made our ways to their camp, we asked for them to liberate all of the singers within their war camps. In all of meeting... Oh, go ahead.
I'm assuming that they did not take kindly to that request.
Well, they laughed in our faces.
Oh. He looks around at the strewn bodies on the battlefield. It was a choice.
Oh. Understand that I am not... I or my sisters are not so ready for bloodshed with laughter towards us. Both he and High Prince Vamath are criminals for much worse injustices. You see, with the awakening of the singers, Prince Thanadal did not know what to do with the singers in his custody. And so he made a decision to end said singers within his war camps.
He did what?
You hear in the back, Saravella speak up. A crime throughout Roshar, in the eyes of any Skybreaker. We chose to bring the High Princess to justice. When they decided to not come quietly, Inya kind of rolls her shoulders a bit. My commander thought it would be a better idea to bring them to justice loudly.
And what of their fates now?
One of the war camps is completely destroyed, along with... The commander has the estimates exactly, but roughly 2,000 of their men gone. But they were able to escape into hiding.
Shame.
This is where you and your party come into the equation.
Okay.
You do not need to slay a high prince today, or in any time in the future. My question to you is if you get any information on their location or are able to bring them out of hiding, me and my sisters would appreciate it.
Okay. And if for some chance we were to be forced to confront them, and one of my very competent men happened to slay these high princes, would that be a problem? Or are you requesting them alive? I have no intention of putting us in direct harm. I just want to know the terms of this arrangement.
I believe I will have more conversations with my commander, but I believe the death of such despicable creatures is a justice that we can all agree with. The squire in the back just nods.
All right. Well, as far as our end is concerned, that's agreeable terms. And other than the help that you've so graciously offered us in clearing this battlefield, what would we get in return?
Oh.
You said this was a deal, right?
No, absolutely. That's me, good sir. What is your name, good sir?
Torvin. Jast.
Torvin Jast, nice to meet you. I know a merchant when I see one. I spent many a day traveling, and I've met a few. You are of a similar cloth, so to speak. Torvin, we will give you escort to the war camp you wish to go to. I assume not one of High Prince Thanadal's, since his men were prepared to slaughter you if we did not arrive.
That seems quite a fair trade.
And in doing so, I also would like to keep our allegiance more confusing to the High Princes, so we will probably need to escort you via flight.
All of us? Chulls included?
The Chulls may need to arrive in a different shift, so to speak, but it is doable. You, of course, have not seen the powers of a fourth ideal Skybreaker, but my commander is quite impressive with her skills.
She says, as I look at the destroyed retinue of men and just like other like chaos.
There were like 30 soldiers charging at y'all.
Yeah.
Well, he looks to the rest of the party that still remains out here. Just sort of wordlessly looking for confirmation or objection here. Like, you know, is anybody going to be looking at him with wide eyes, like going like, you know, like I'm just looking for any sign before I make that final sign off.
Dialan looks like he wants to kill you. There is such a ferocious look of disapproval. It's a little shocking. You see a look of utter disdain at taking the reins in this direction, for sure. But he's not saying anything. His hand is near his hilt. He's looking at these warriors, and he's hearing all of these. He's hearing all these offers, and this everything's happening so fast, and he's very much in recognition that he's not. He's not behind the wheel here.
Just out of curiosity, what would there be consequences if we were to refuse this generous offer?
This is an intense. This is a quest that I'm giving you that is difficult, yes. But in refusing to do what I ask, there will be no crime towards you. But to say that you will not be on trial for the heinous crimes of the Alethi against the listener community within the, I believe it's called the Cervella War of Reckoning. Yes, we will have to put you on trial for that and see if you prove to be guilty of anything that happened within the 6 years.
I see.
You see a hint of a smirk go across her face as she told you previously that she used to work as a politician.
Torvin in his head thinks, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But it does have to do with people in his group. So, understood. Again, just curious. We accept the terms of this deal.
Excellent.
There's an audible like grunt from Nevod, but he doesn't say anything else. He's just like, oh.
She immediately eyes dart to you. If you made a sound, your eyes dart to you. Speak freely.
It's dry out here in the Shattered Plains. I am not the one in charge. Just a quick note or observation to Torvin. How would you relay communication of anything? And I'm sure there's going to be other things that we'll speak about later, Torvin, but you're wanting to be informed of things. How? And did you say fly? Did you say fly? Like flight?
I distinctly heard flight, yes. And the chulls.
She reaches for her satchel to her side and pulls out a kind of like a rollout of span reeds.
Just collecting these things now.
As one who communicates with many across the far seas of Roshar, I assume you would. And she pulls one of them out and you see the one that's kind of like identical to that, in this beautiful artwork that's kind of sketched across it. Like these are possibly heirlooms of hers that she holds very dearly, and she hands one to you. In taking this span read from me, do you agree to the contract that we've made with one another, including all of the Skybreakers in the justice that we wish to serve?
I'd like to make sure that we can have more conversation around some details with you and your leader, and that I'll have some time to speak with my people before we engage in any aerial travel. But yes, I agree to these terms. Is that acceptable to you?
302. And as she says that, a spren pops out of the ethereal, out of the air, basically, and it's like a void of just black. But there's a shimmer, a bright light behind it, and every time it speaks, it moves. Yes, Inya. Understand that this contract that we are making right now is still open. Confirmed. Thank you. Do you have someone to write for you? Torvin.
I can write for myself.
Interesting, from someone of the Voran culture. I would stay away from Saravella. She's very, very religious.
Noted. She can turn around if the sight offends her.
If it truly offends her, you'll be, She turns back to what's left of that soldier that fell on the ground, enjoying a small little trip before anyone else. And she slaps you on the shoulder and kind of just makes her way through y'all's camp and just finds a seat as she's just waiting for you guys to make confirmation.
I'm gonna
I love her so much.
Yeah, I was just about to say, as a help to the segue, I'm just gonna like knock on the brightness. You okay in there? Like I'm just gonna like knock on the cage. Like it's like, you okay in there?
And as you're saying that, Laki, I had to remember her name, I'm sorry. Laki walking, and Laki's a bit shorter than you as well, Cierna. As you're kind of like,
Okay.
even more so because you're kind of floating with her.
Oh, right.
And you're kind of willing yourself forward. You notice that you do have control in this like gravitational like floating moment, but you're kind of like making your way, and she just goes, points you back to the place in which you were resting.
Yeah, she kind of floats over to me swimming. She floats over to her bed. Wow, this is taking some getting used to. I should be studying this. I should be taking notes.
It is a training of sorts that you need to go about. The documentation for such training is I have left back with others within the Skybreaker cohort, but in this time, I assume you to be of a different order, so I do not believe you will be using the surge of gravitation anytime soon.
Well, it's still interesting. I've been studying the scientific applications of gravitation in Fabrials recently.
Yes.
I'm an artifabrian. That's
Oh, a woman of
Yes.
science. Fantastic.
yes, very much so. That's why I know Azish. I did some studying there for a brief time.
And how did you enjoy our empire? As she just makes herself at home and crosses her leg rope.
Yeah, she tells you to she tells her to make herself at home and all of that. I particularly enjoy how orderly everything is. There's no guessing. It makes things much more efficient.
Understanding. As an individual who enjoys her reading, how much information do you have of the Knights Radiant?
Well, I've read the notes that the Windrunners have put out regarding how the surges of the Windrunners work.
Yes.
I've read the legends, of course. She is wearing like a safe hand sleeve, which is funny because she's just casually talking about heresy during this
And
conversation.
as you're talking, and you notice she's in ageless garments of just like astute, similar to like office, like you assume that she was in a higher esteemed office within the Azish Empire before becoming a Skybreaker. She kind of holds herself in a serious manner at all times, but she it's very informal with you at this moment. I'm kind of just talking about heresy, but she kind of. And how are the Blackthorn's esteemed knights?
I actually haven't met any before now. You're a Knight Radiant, though you are of the Skybreakers. So really, you're the first. You said invested. You're the first invested person that I've met. I think that I know of.
The reasoning for my questioning. The Nahel bond, the way in which a Knight's Radiant is created, is required between an invested individual such as yourself and a Spren. So the question I ask for you is, have you met any interesting Spren recently?
She shakes her head. No, I would have sketches. I would tell you all about it if I had. Really, I'm an open book. Haha, if you'll excuse the pun, she says, holding up her little journal.
Just stone face.
No. I that's a look I'm used to. But no, I don't recall seeing any. What would a strange Spren look like?
Depending on the radiant path that you have, they could be of any shape or form, but they would be an individual who, a Spren that is more likely to communicate with you. 1377, and you, for a moment, there is a flash as the small Spren, similar to the one that floated near Inya, appears next to you.
Oh.
There's a Spren here in hiding. Would you be a dear and observe the area? Confirmed. And it just zips away.
Thank you.
And a few moments later, and you see as underneath the cart that you've been lying on, a wrap of what you assume to be vines and leaves and greenery kind of swirl and spin and climb across the cart, zip past your legs, and then immediately like travel up your side over to your shoulder.
Oh. Hello?
And as you look down, you see a frightened face of an older woman that's kind of blended into
Grandma.
the greenery. Oh, mistress, apologies. I did not want. I wanted you to rest. I wanted you to ease into the situation of being a Knight's Radiant is so much pressure, and you do not need such pressure on you at this time. You need to rest. You need to silence. And the Spren immediately shuts their mouth at Nymea's voice.
Do I recognize the face of this spren?
No deduction roll needed.
Yeah. Okay.
Before you went unconscious, you did see this face kind of right at your face.
I'm pointing at the spren. I did see you. I thought I was hallucinating. It was right after. She looks down at her leg. Oh.
Oh, mistress, it's okay. Mistress, just take your time with all of this. There's a lot of good things going on. Meeting Knights Radiant, and finding out that you may possibly be a Knights Radiant. So much is going on, mistress. I understand that it could be a lot.
I think instead of saying anything, she starts unwrapping her leg. You said I was healing, and she's undoing the bandages and looks.
And with that, you do notice that the scarring that should be where the leg was cut is no longer there, and it seems as though there is no wound. That you only got this a few days ago. There should still be a wound there.
She's speechless. She's like, there's a lot of words I want to say right now, but I probably shouldn't.
There are words that you need to say in order for this to go on faster, so I will need you to understand those words. Are you prepared?
Yes, I think. She
Your
sits up a little straighter.
Your spren kind of like moves on your shoulder a bit. Mistress, I understand that a lot is happening right now, but a Hellbond is a very, very big responsibility for any human, let alone one in such a rough situation. Are you sure that you wish to be a part of such an order?
What order is it?
Oh, the Order of the Edge Dancers, mistress.
Oh, and I probably would have heard of the Edge Dancers.
If you've read, mind you, you are a highborn Alethi. You probably, if you wanted to, have perused readings of Knights Radiant. So yes.
So I could heal. I could fix things. I could. Yeah. Okay, this is a lot to absorb. You're right. Yes. I want to do that. Think of how fascinating it would be.
Understandable. Now, in order to have all of this work in the quickest amount of time possible, you are going to need a large amount of spheres.
Oh, I have that.
Wonderful. Do you have the stormlight within those spheres? Obviously.
She's gonna like pull from like a weird contraption that's like kind of under the cot, like hidden, the gem heart. It just pulls it out.
That's where Akeem hit it in the last episode.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if we all die, yeah, you deserve this, dude. You went through the most shit for it. Wasn't even Lucky's face kind of like lights up like, oh shit.
Yeah, getting this is why I lost my leg, so
I assume
might
so.
as well put it to good use.
That tracks. Repeat after me.
Okay.
Life before death.
Life before death.
Strength before weakness.
Strength before weakness.
Journey before destination.
Journey before a destination.
And
All
there's a
true
moment.
things.
You pause, you say all true things, and everyone outside, you watch as the entire tent begins to glow. You guys are kind of like, it's like kind of like a flashbang as you're all like, what? Just say, what's the two Skybreakers outside kind of just look over and go, oh, okay. But the rest of
That's
you
probably when that's not brightness. You okay? Is everything good?
Right when you knock is when it
yes,
happens.
that's what
You get
happens.
blinded.
Perfect.
Oh, storms.
Your body feels as though it might explode with the amount of stormlight that you immediately take in. And it's for two reasons. One, you are not trained in this manner of containing investiture. And two, your body, similar to a body coming out of starvation or dehydration, it needs this investiture. So you immediately just consume so much of the stormlight that was within that gem heart. And in using the surge of progression instinctually for yourself, the moment in which your leg returns to you is quick, it is shocking, and if you did not have the investiture to make you as powerful as close to godlike, it would feel violent. But with that, you are shocked into a moment in which inhumanly your power of regrowth brings back the leg that you have lost. And in order to gain such power, immediately the entire gem heart goes dull. And then the tent goes out. Nanzashu, these ladies could kill all of us in an instant, but the moment in fear of my sister's in danger, possibly, instinctually runs toward the tent, flips it open, and before he gets to reach for his blade, he sees you and he sees your leg, and he just freezes.
She's just swinging her little legs off the side of the bed, like, oh wow, that was strange. I wasn't expecting it to be so. I was expecting it to feel better than it did. Felt a little, ew, gross.
I have had stranger conversations after a Knight's Radiant has been summoned, so to speak. And then your spren. Oh, mistress, what? Slowly. This is a new leg. This is a new journey, so to speak. You must take your time.
Can I put weight on it, or should I stay sitting?
Well, you are very much invested at the moment, so pain will not really be and you step out
Immediately
and
gets up.
yeah, sure enough, everything seems to be working as you assumed it would. Nanzashu still mouth agape. Tears are now filling up in his eyes. Immediately runs over to you and gives you a hug.
Oh yeah, I hug him back. Isn't this incredible? She says, patting his back.
Storms. Felix breath. Oh. I will say that the tent kind of shot open so everyone can see this. So we can all share in said reaction.
What's happening? It was really bright. What is it?
Cierna is standing in front of you now.
Is anyone else seeing this? Is she standing?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh.
This is the weirdest trip I've ever been on in the Shattered Plains.
Same.
Well,
Right?
You seem understandably enthusiastic.
For good reason, Nako. Look, she's walking around like nothing happened.
Oh, I see that. Yeah. And there's just sheer awe on his face. Like, this is beyond anything that he's ever seen.
Cierna is too excited with all this. She does a little twirl.
Cierna is glowing, by the way, like the other 3 ladies.
Wow. Yeah, I can probably walk normally when this. What did you call this? It's just stormlight, right? It's investiture.
Stormlight is what makes the most sense here on Roshar.
Oh.
You said
If you-
investiture?
That is what you hear from Cierna, yes.
Yeah, Torvin says that out
Yeah.
loud.
Yes.
Oh,
And he
that's
nods.
what they meant. I just thought that you meant like she was like really invested into something, and she's always invested. This takes a whole new meaning to the word brightness. I don't.
I can understand where you come from, Nev. No, that makes sense. What the way you are thinking. This is different, but I understand.
Storms.
I look to my friend. What was your name again?
Oh, mistress, you never asked me my name, but that is okay. You don't. We can take our
Well,
time
now-
with this.
Now we're
Oh,
actually talking, so.
Liliana.
Liliana.
Zariah, like, very sheepishly in your ear, Dialan. Hey, but I understand, you know, you wanna, we could take him, you know, we could, but, you know, there's, and he kind of turns into that, portly man with the big mustache. There are times in which you must fight, and then there are times you must listen. This may be a listening time.
As quietly, because he still doesn't really get the whole like only talking to him thing, as quietly as he possibly can, he just says, "Step." Entire history of moments on this planet in which someone has needed to shut up more.
And in the portly man visage, you just hear his small, boyish voice. Okay, yeah, that's fair. All right, I'll be fine. So, this is, I'm sorry, Inya, kind of sitting on one of the stones nearby. So, you said you had conversations you needed to have amongst yourselves. Me and my companions will respectfully wait in the distance if that is what you need.
Yes,
Fran
Thank you.
Looks to everybody.
it's a lot to take in, you understand.
Of course. She turns to her commander. In Azish, she goes, "Ma'am, we are being asked to give the Alethi some space." Lucky kind of rolls her eyes, stands up, and as she stands up, her shard plate kind of forms around her, and the helmet is on her head with the visor open. Slow and steady. This is only the first ideal.
Right. She'll stop bouncing around so much.
You Alethi are strange, strange people. And she just Superman kind of like jumps from where she is and shoots off into the sky.
As she's doing that, she's like, "If it means anything, I'm half Faden. Okay, all right."
And then the squire follows her knight second, and then Inya last. I hope the conversations are helpful. And she lifts herself with her hands off the stone, so swings her feet up and kind of like flips herself into the air and shoots off.
Ah, Mother is so cool. Wrong game. I'm sorry.
Different mom.
I'm gonna
Having
make
so much bleed right
I'm
now.
gonna make her cool because your character can't meet her. So, and you guys are left to yourselves.
I don't care. And I just immediately, I pull out the flask, I open it, and I just take a huge big swig.
Yeah, Torvin's like wide-eyed, and he doesn't even look at you. He just reaches his hand out and like taps your chest. Like
I just hand it over.
Still looking like straight ahead, he offers it out to anyone else. Any other takers?
Lorta snatches it from you.
Okay. So, that was something.
Yeah, I said some words, and then everything was glowing, and I guess I'm a radiant now. That's weird to say.
It's
It
heresy
is.
to say, sister.
You're
Yes, but times are
essentially
changing.
a walking fairy tale.
Keyword
Oh, just like in
walking.
the novels.
Your leg. What is happening?
Progression.
No, I'm not talking. Yes, I mean, in the span of one trip, I have traversed the Shattered Plains so many times with the occasional danger, and we have two different, and everybody seems to need something from us, and there's shard plate that's just appearing out of the air, and people flying from the skies and getting sucked into the ground, and
I didn't like that.
what the storm is happening.
Nevod. Think of the first time that you saw a shard plate. Think of the first time that you saw a shard blade. Think of the first time that you fought a singer. Think of the first time that you saw a chasm fiend. Get it together. Torvin.
Yes, point.
Yes, Dialan.
In all of the histories that I have ever heard of Roshar, I have never heard of such a haphazard deal.
Oh. And you have a lot of experience with making deals, do you?
No, but I have heard a lot of stories about the Knights Radiant, what they're capable of. And I do not appreciate being press-ganged into some sort of espionage action against the High Lords of the nation of which I have served, regardless of their alleged crimes or not. We know nothing about it.
Okay.
People were slaughtered right in front of our face by horrifying warriors, magnitudes more powerful than anything that I have ever seen. And I would like nothing more than for you to tell me that this was not a power play and that you felt forced. Because if you are simply gambling with my fate and signing me up for all of this because you see glory on the blades of these ones, then Please tell me that this felt forced to you.
Dialan. At what point did you think that I was looking for glory in this endeavor? And at what point did you think we had any choice but to take that offer?
There is always a choice.
Oh,
There is
sure.
always a choice.
Oh, sure, yes. There's always a choice. There's not always a good one.
Threats are threats are threats are threats. There wasn't even a discussion.
Yes, but are you prepared to deal with the consequences? I don't think I am. Of saying
I
no.
don't know. I have been pushed into situations where my blade and my skills are being used for causes that I do not find just.
Well,
I do not want this to be another.
Dialan.
But if
So go ahead.
Cierna was just going to say, but if Thanadal is against Dalinar and the other High Princes, is he not the enemy in a way?
I would serve the Blackthorn. I would serve Dalinar. I would see Thanadal brought to justice. I would not want to be doing it at the behest of a would-be executioner.
Well, in this case, I'm inclined to agree with Cierna. Those men on that battlefield would have slaughtered us. And these High Princes, of which you are so hesitant to not throw your lot against, they had no qualms about any Alethi allegiance. They were not going to hesitate to remove us from the battlefield. Now, I'm not sure if you were paying attention, but the other option that was given to us was to be put on trial for our perceived crimes during this war. Now, selfishly, I myself would feel very confident in this trial. I had nothing to do with it. I was safely tucked away in Herdaz throughout almost the entire ordeal, and I'm not a soldier. But you, Dialan, are you to tell me that you have not committed any of what those men would call crimes against the singers? Are you prepared to stand trial for that? I may not be a soldier, but I'm not unaware of what happens on a battlefield.
Dialan looks contemplative for a moment. I think that maybe I simply tire of having my fate out of my hands and serving one genocidal maniac after the other. And it is starting to wear on my spirit. And when a merchant takes control of my fate, altruistically or not, and now I am signed up for something that is so wildly outside of the wheelhouses of honor and chivalry and the warrior creed that I have fought for so long. It is vexing. Perhaps it is not you. Perhaps it is the entire system by which we serve.
Oh, is it? The system. But of course, it's now that it vexes you most. Now when the merchant, or perhaps it's not my station, but perhaps the brightness of my eyes that concerns you more, or gives you the courage to find fault with this system.
Right. Torvin, it was never a dark eyes that put me in the chasms running bridges. It was not the crimes of a dark eyes that made me slay a man in the name of justice. And it was never a dark eyes that I would second guess would save me against a singer warband firing arrows into the bridge hefted above my head. It is not, it has not been, and it will not be the color of your eyes. It is the fact that you serve the exact same Bright Lord that I do. And I still don't know what will happen when a merchant has a blade to their throat and they have a chance to throw me underneath another bridge. So, no. That is not what this is. This is a distrust of all of you. Because I can trust my soldiers. They've bled. And they have died. But it is just hard to hear someone consign me to another horrible fate. And then Dialan is going to walk away.
Oh, okay.
Yes, Cierna?
I mean, You're saying that these warriors, these Skybreakers, have tasked you with spying on or trying to locate Thanadol?
Yes, the two high princes in this area. We are meant to flush them out.
Well, and I'm just going, above table, I'm just going to assume you told Cierna everything that was said. For the
You
sake
could
of
hear it.
peace.
You can
Or
hear
that
it.
I
It's in ain't that.
Yeah, that I overheard it. I wasn't far.
Or that she told you some of it as well, I would assume. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're in the in between.
Yeah. I mean, if they've destroyed his camp and it has been revealed that he is, frankly, committing grievous crimes, then she shrugs. I don't relish the harm of others in any way, really. But what alternative do we really have?
You guys hear kind of since his lieutenant has walked away. Oh God, brain work.
Oh,
Sanavar. I'm gonna go with
Sadavar?
Hiron.
Hiron?
Hiron's the sergeant.
Sadanar was the name.
I was gonna say I have them all written down somewhere.
To be completely honest, sir, we all have eyes. There's a few more of those patrols out there, and if they're anything like the one that charged towards us, I'm not against the decision you made. It was the correct one. However, my lieutenant does have a point in conversation before commitment next time possible would be appreciated.
He had every opportunity to speak up. And I appreciate your opinion. But in any retinue, there is someone in charge and someone has to make a decision. I made a decision.
Right, sir. Of course. Just showing all sides of the sphere, that's all.
I think that's fair.
Thank you, Bright Eyes.
I
You kind of
will-
like, oh my God, a Knight's Radiant, talk to me.
I will never admonish you for offering your opinion. It's always welcome.
That's appreciated.
I think something else that's worth considering is our current mission is the priority. I know we have some time to spend in the camps, so perhaps we can kill two shells with one stone, so to speak, but we are on
You hear
a timeline.
from the Chulls.
There is
I don't like that saying either, I'm so sorry.
there is another
say
consideration
it again.
here. I don't know if you caught this, but they said that part of their quest was to save the singers of this area. Correct?
Yes. Yes. So, all the better that we do aid them, right?
Exactly. This Endless that we spoke of tasked us with the same quest And yes, our ultimate goal is to complete our mission for the High Prince. However, none of that matters if we're dead, right?
You're very right.
So, I would have preferred to
Why-
discuss this
why
with
shouldn't we?
Dialan, but this is a factor in my decision as well.
And why shouldn't we help other people? I think this war. She looks around at the soldiers. I think perhaps our energy as a society could be used to better uses. But perhaps that is a bit radical of me to say.
I don't mind radical.
Would be
No.
nice to not be prepared to kill everyone I see at all times.
Right? I should rather like to help people instead.
Torvin nods to Cierna with a sincere look, and then he turns to Nevod. You've been quiet a bit. He slaps you on the shoulder lightly. Fear of heights?
I mean, have you ever flown?
No.
And just because people can say things doesn't always mean that they will. And for someone like Dialan, who's about as prickly as you can get for rules and system and whatever in terms of structure within his military sphere, I'm kind of a troll brain at times, and I speak sometimes when I shouldn't. I don't speak sometimes when I should. He is not an individual that will ever speak up unless directly asked or ordered to, more than likely, much like many of the other soldiers here, because good soldiers follow orders. And you are the one in charge. And you did make a decision for all of us, whether we like it or not.
Is there a different meaning to being in charge that I'm not aware of?
I'm just saying that you can't have your cake and eat it too. You're saying that he could have spoken up, anybody could have spoken up, but it's not their place to do so. Yet after the fact, you make a point of that. I'm just saying that maybe moving forward, you find the parameters of what that leadership is and what you're looking for the people around you so that everybody's on the same page. That's all I'm saying, Torvin.
All right. Understood.
Also, maybe don't openly talk about assassinating a high prince.
All right.
Just
You see the Ardents kind of like just bow their heads real quick and say a small prayer. As that's literally what happened. A lot of heresy's
yeah.
been going on. The
How are
Ardents
they-
are hurting.
How are
right
they
now.
reacting to Cierna right now? That's
They
a good
can't
question.
look at you. I
Yeah.
need you to know that.
Uh-oh.
To be clear, I was referring to if we had to act in self-defense. I don't intend to hunt down the High Princes. I thought I made that clear.
not to me. But, well, what do I know? I'm not the one that makes these choices or decisions. And that's fine. Look, it's done. I'm gonna take a flight, which is not something I expected. I don't know where we're gonna go. I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm here to do a job and I'm gonna do it well. So you need someone to get a pulse for the camp, a little bit indiscretion, I know a lot of people.
Okay. And Torvin's eyes soften a bit as he dials in. All right. Thank you for sharing your opinion. And yes, I will let you know how we can utilize your skills once we get to the camps. Before you go, Cierna, I would like to speak to their leader again, and I would like you to come with me.
All right.
I would like to see if we can understand more about their mission to save the singers of this area, and if we can possibly align more with that to keep ourselves safe. And I don't know if they... Well, you're a Radiant now, so maybe that will mean something in these talks.
Only just, but yeah, perhaps.
Nako, she just started glowing one day. You think she, what, knows the same catchphrases as him?
Sure don't.
I just think that there might be some respect there that is not afforded to the rest of us.
I do speak the same language as their commander. Perhaps that will help smooth things over more than my status.
I think that'll help out more than you shining like damn spear love, but
the light's
Nako,
already like
you.
starting to fade.
It's starting to dim, yeah.
Yeah, I hope this doesn't last too long. It is quite attention grabbing, isn't it? Well, I'll figure that out another day. I think she's gonna... Are we ready? Because I can just do one of these. They can probably see us. They're probably looking.
Yeah.
She waves. She waves to the Skybreakers.
And surely enough, they're like
Hello?
floating. They're floating enough to give you guys space, but they're still floating in the sky, which is... It's weird. And similar to... the old Superman movies, they slowly start floating back towards you guys. And before
she
we
does
start,
a little hop to see if she can float. Sorry.
you good? You do not float, unfortunately.
Damn.
But as they start floating down toward you, we're gonna take our break, and these guys are gonna think about how the rest of their parlay with these Skybreakers go. You go ahead and get yourself some snacks, take a little stretch, and we'll be right back to the rest of this epic story.
Here's some snackies.
Here's some snacks. And welcome back to Heirs of Honor. Before we hop into this little pickle that we're in right now with the Skybreakers, quick announcements. Tuesday, Breath Between Branches, another episode. Be there, be square. And then Heirs of Honor will return next Thursday. Blood Money returns May 8th. If you want to catch up on any of our awesome shows, the ones playing, as well as the ones we've already played, similar to Spirit of the Pact, which is an awesome werewolf chronicle that was just finished up. So if you didn't get a chance to see that on the stream, that's cool. You can go to youtube.com/MagiRPG and check out all our awesome shows. The ones we've already recorded, we'll have them uploaded on there, as well as this one, Lickety Split. With that, we also have a Discord channel where we talk about all these awesome games, all the books that we get all of our inspiration from, as well as the video games we enjoy to play. Because, we be online playing video games, y'all. Spoilers. So we talk about that as well. All on our Discord underneath the same name, MagiRPG. All the donations that we get within our channel go to the wonderful artists that make this wonderful art that we get to enjoy for our characters to help us immerse in the stories that we play. So all your donations and all the time that you spend with us. We truly appreciate. And from myself and hopefully from everyone else here, thank you. Thank you for hanging out with us, and thank you for your support. But with all those announcements out the way, we're going to hop back into the Storming Show, where Torvin and Cierna were making a pleasant walk towards 3 floating Skybreakers who are being extra dramatic in their float back down toward you. Would you like to whisper anything to one another before the Skybreakers are within earshot?
He's gonna look over to Cierna and say, I'm glad you're healed.
Thanks. Me too. Quite unexpected.
Yeah, I don't know who would expect that.
Right, because it's not the norm. She just kind of is like, I'm still processing.
A lot to write in your notebook, right?
She kind of like half hides the notebook, which is tucked under her arm. Yes, I have a lot to reflect on.
If at any point you are concerned or uncomfortable with the direction things are going, or if they say anything in Azish, I'm assuming I can recognize that they were speaking Azish even if I didn't understand it. Yeah. If they say anything that concerns you, just give me a look. Okay?
I can do that.
All right.
The 3 Skybreakers float down. Inya still at the helm of conversation. Have we come to an agreement, Sir Torvin?
Pretty much. I would just like to discuss the details a little bit more. I would say that we are in agreement, but I'm curious about some of the finer points around your endeavor and how we can perhaps be of assistance, or at least better understand the goals that you're trying to achieve. I understand that you said your quest was to aid the singers of this region?
Correct. It's my crusade.
And am I to take that to mean all of the singers in this geographic location, or just the ones in those war camps? What is...
I assume you are asking about the listeners. Torvin, if I may be so blunt, we of the Skybreakers have agreed to work with the singers as well as the Voidbringers during this desolation.
Okay. If I may, she looks to Torvin. If I may disclose, we recently had an encounter with one of the listeners, I think. Red eyes and such.
The Fused.
I believe so, yes. And they asked us to do something very similar to what you are asking.
I assume that they must be in the same understanding of what transpired with the High Prince.
We were given no information from this individual, really. They merely threatened our lives, said that we had power over High Princes and such, when none of us do. I
They are quite unstable.
I presume one such as yourself has a very good understanding of social hierarchy and such. Not that I require such things. It's just, it was strange to have that hefted upon us, given even our own stations, those of us who do have station. So I guess we are trying to make sure that we can help people, especially given what you said earlier. I did overhear some of what was said.
Understood. So your question is what you plan on, if you plan on assisting us, will this also coincide with the listeners within the Shattered Plains and helping them in the near future?
That is essentially what I'm curious about, yes.
Me and my sisters have been scouting the war camps looking for the High Princes, and in doing so, we've noticed that he does still send out parties to look for gem hearts and possibly even listeners. One thing that I have learned, even as a politician, is if you are capable of cutting off the head of the white spine, well, the rest of it doesn't really work that well, does it?
That's true.
But your concern is not necessarily with protecting those listeners.
The protection of those listeners, in my eyes and in my look of justice, is the same as making sure that justice is met for the listeners who have already fallen here. And the sooner we deal with the High Princes, the sooner and the safer all of the singers and or listeners within this area will be. They are a threat that needs to be squashed, like a Kremlin.
Cierna kind of half winces because she doesn't like violence.
I honestly don't make a habit of squashing Kremlings, but I understand what you're saying. One more question. When our deal is to be concluded?
When the High Princes have fallen.
When they have fallen.
When they have fallen.
What is your intention with us after?
As I have stated previously, we are on the side of the Voidbringers in this desolation. But my crusade takes me all over Roshar, and if things here have been completed, I must continue on further in my task.
Because you had mentioned earlier that you would perhaps like us to stand trial for perceived crimes.
Mm.
I would like to ensure that we will be allowed safe passage back to our homes once this is concluded.
Torvin, if you are capable of dethroning 2 High Princes within an Alethi Warcamp, I think, and she turns to her commander and says in Azish, we could call this a bit of community service for this party, yes, Commander? And then her commander nods, still in her full shard plate. And then she turns back to you. We will call this a trial for you. Done and finished.
For me.
No, for your party. Correction by me, I apologize. As well as anyone who feels as though they should be on your side in this conflict.
Okay.
A sort of redemption.
He looks to Cierna. Any objections? He says with just the barest hint of grit in his voice.
have any objections. I do, however, want to make very clear that we have our own goals here in the Shattered Plains as well. And I should like for those goals to be respected within the bounds of our agreement.
Oh, we do not expect this to be completed in the eve of tomorrow.
Excellent. I am here. We are here. She's actually going to say this in Azish. We are here on an expedition of sorts, of a scientific nature. The Warcamps was really supposed to be a stop on the way. We are happy to assist, but there is a timeline within which we are already working on behalf of High Prince Vario. But I do not see why we cannot assist as much as we are able.
This is where her commander speaks up and says, as a new Knights Radiant of the Blackthorn, you do understand that we are on separate sides of this war. After this trial, as my subordinate has called it.
She kind of regards her for a moment and says, last I checked, and she says this in Azish as well, last I checked, it does not matter what side of a conflict you are on. Scientific advancement benefits all.
And you hear this, Torvin. Alethi. Inya speaks up. Then we are in agreement. An alliance of sort, for the time being.
I think that is agreeable. She looks to Torvin.
Yes. Yes, we can finalize this.
Understand. 302, confirm. Your oath is understood, Sir Torvin.
Just Torvin.
I'm so sorry. My understanding of the Alethi culture is that it is similar to, or Vorinism is a highly influenced hierarchy. It seems as though you've made possibly a name for yourself. Or this desolation truly has changed things. I do not mean this in jest. They have the right person speaking for them.
Oh. I myself have no understanding of any desolations. Well, whatever hierarchy Alethi society has, I don't find myself enjoying it.
Perhaps you would be more comfortable journeying for the one? There is freedom in that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Most don't. It is a deal then, Torvin. The Skybreakers appreciate your help. When you are all prepared, we will make haste in the flight toward which war camp specifically?
Oh, Sabarios.
Under the same colors in which you all wear, correct?
Yes.
Savella, why don't you scout out and find which war camp specifically it is?
Cierna will also give direction as to which one it is to help her.
Yeah, you point out the correct one, and she turns to you. Thank you, Brightness.
Of course.
And rockets off. There's just like sound barrier break from where she's standing, and just dust just shoots off everywhere. You hear Lucky swear in Azish and kind of just frustrated.
Oh my.
We're not gonna fly that fast, are we?
No, she's still learning. She is only of one surge, and she takes advantage of using it whenever is possible.
But
okay.
if we wanted to fly that fast, would it be possible?
With you controlling it, probably not.
She looks disappointed. I guess I'll have to figure out what else I can do other than healing.
And then she thinks for a moment. Let's see if she knows this one.
Mother.
She does not.
Okay.
Not with a 6. And then they will let you prepare for the flight ahead. As you guys are heading back to camp, I'm gonna pull Nev into a scene. Would you say you're watching all this in the distance, or are you doing your own thing at camp?
I think actually I probably would have been heading towards where Dialan went.
Well, if y'all got a scene ready, I'll hold off on that. Cierna, you had something?
I just want to say for posterity, Cierna informs Torvin of everything that she said in Azish during the conversation. She fills him in on everything that was said.
Copy. Okay. Well, then by all means, go ahead.
I would probably just try to follow where he went and see what he's doing. So I don't know what Dialan would be doing in this moment.
Yeah, we could zoom in on Dialan real quick. He's like crouched behind one of the tents. He's stormed off. He has summoned he summoned his spren really quick. Soraya.
Yeah.
Soraya.
Yeah.
What with the words? The words.
What you want?
Gonna need
What?
the life and death journey.
Oh, man, you're butchering this. Wow.
Tell me them. I heard them.
Yes, you heard the words, but did you hear the words?
I heard the words. I heard the
Listening to
words. I literally heard those
Could
words.
you feel
Listen.
the words?
Listen. That storming, sucking Torvin has wrangled me into another horrendous situation. I get it. I shouldn't be mad at him, and you're probably going to say, "Don't be mad at him." There's better things to worry about than little old Torvin and his stupid merchant, stupid, dumb. Oh, I'm so mad at him. Life. I have to fly, and I need to heal, and we are so out of our league. Soraya, we are so out of our league right now. I feel like we are inside of the White Spine Den.
Oh, that would be horrendous.
I'm sweating. I have sweat through everything that I own.
Yes, you're very moist right now, but I think you could take on at least
Damn.
2 white spawn. Yeah.
Maybe, perhaps,
3.
I don't know. Life before death, that was one of them.
Got it.
Okay, and strength before weakness.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it. I heard it. I was listening. And then journey before destination. And I glow.
Hold on. And
Do the thing.
he flies behind you and then just gets a little bit bigger, so it kind of looks like you're glowing. As that's happening, Nev, you see behind this tent glowing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I want to make a perception check to see are you audibly talking?
I'm like stage whispering for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm trying to I'm Dialan kept it together pretty good as best he could in front of the Skybreakers, but like he broke away and is kind of spiraling. He's mad at Torvin. He's out of his league. Cierna just turned into a radiant in front of him. Crazy things are happening. Her whole leg grew back. Everyone has magical powers, and he is throwing darts at a dartboard. He's never felt so insecure, and so is kind of like crouching and like shout whispering at his little invisible blue man. Yeah, that's what you would come across.
Okay, yeah. Just gonna do
you see the
perception.
glowing.
Yeah, it's. I roll a 24. I rolled a 19 plus 5 for perception.
You can tell the glow's coming from behind him and not from him, like it was with Cierna.
I think like, I think I just sit there for like a minute or two. I just watch and listen and just like, and then wait and see if he notices me.
So Dialan, you
Yeah.
know.
Yes. Yes.
Do you feel radiant? Do you feel like you could take on the world?
No, I feel sweaty.
Okay. Well, I'm just glad you haven't gone that crazy.
What do I have to do?
You tell me. And he kind of zips around back in front of you, kind of like side sits, leaning a bit in the air. Now, just be honest with me. Is this the way you want to become a Knight's Radiant? Because you're mad at that cool guy, Torvin?
Dialan like pokes his finger at Zariah, knowing that he's not a cool guy. Torvin is a knave. He is rash, and he does not all understand the situation at hand.
I think he saved your bacon.
I think that he is another in a long line of incredibly selfish bastards that have put me into a situation that I have no control over. I am a chull in the yoke, and he is wielding the stick, and I feel so very helpless again. It's like being on the bridge cruise again, and it does not feel good.
Now, I'm not the one to tell you how you feel. That's not my job. I don't really have a job. But I wouldn't say you're a chull. You're more of like an axe hound at best, you know.
That's not better.
Oh.
That's not better.
Oh.
I still have to do what they say.
Oh, okay. Well, why?
Oh, because I have to.
Ooh.
That's the warrior's creed. I took an oath as a soldier.
Oh, oaths are important. Okay.
Yes.
So whose oath? Who'd you oath to?
Well, originally Sadius.
Okay.
And that didn't, and that
was a bad oath.
That was a bad oath.
I'm not gonna judge you on oaths. Pretty bad oath. Okay, so you're saying it as if that wasn't your only one. What oath you working on now?
Well, I swore an oath to the bridge crew that I served with.
Oh, Hiron and
Hiron and Sadnar and and all the others. Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
I think that's a better oath. See, if you would have followed getting into that whole stupor of yours, but more of like protecting your buddies from the bridge crew, I think things would have been a little bit better than just being mad at, cool guy Torvin.
I want to swear another one. Is that the right words? Yes.
Oh.
I do. I think that I've been doing the wrong things, and I'm trying to figure out how to do the right things.
Interesting. Okay. I'm about to give you some spoilers. You ready?
Yes. I'm so ready for spoilers.
Remember when you were we were on the Shattered Plains, and you were fighting all those soldiers, and they were coming through the front lines, and you were stabbing them, and you almost died?
I did.
Probably should have said the oath then.
Should have said it then?
That was a great time to do it.
I didn't know the words then. I didn't know them.
Yeah, it's tough. Don't worry, we'll probably get another moment like that. Maybe. Oh, completely
Oh,
different.
God. Oh, almighty damn. All of things. Hello,
Do I need to-
Nevod.
Do I need to point out the irony in this?
I
Hold
think,
on.
I
Let
think.
me. No. Allow me. Hold on. What did you say? Remember the first singer you killed. Remember the first time you saw someone in shard plate.
Yes.
Put
Yeah, I
yourself
said those
together.
things. I'm trying to pull myself together. Do you have a little blue man speaking to you? I'm not in a
What?
good place. I'm not in a good place for criticism right now, Nevod.
You were glowing blue a little bit.
Yes, I have one of the things. One of the spren. I have a spren. There's a spren. I see it. I talk to it.
You have a spren.
Yes, or he has me. I don't know what the dynamic is yet.
That's a development.
Yes.
And you're crouched here talking about words and
Yes, I was trying to say the words. I was trying to say the same words that Cierna did, but then I didn't glow because she's special and I'm not.
there's a lot to unpack here. Dialan, well, one thing just comes to mind just before we go any further. You did also make an oath to Cierna in your Ethereum. I don't know if you remembered that, but you did say you're gonna keep her safe.
Yes, that's the big one. That's the biggest one, and that's why I'm incredibly worried. Very worried because Cierna and everyone is getting into situations now where people have short plate and blades and fly. And I can fight probably like 30 men. I feel like I could fight 30 men with armor and swords. And I don't think I could fight one of them. If they said, Cierna, it's time to die, then all that happens is two of us die. Like I'm not crazy, right?
Well,
I'm not crazy. Say I'm not crazy.
Three of us. I'm not gonna let you fight them alone, but
Even worse.
Look, I'm gonna like help you up from your probably still crouched position behind this tent.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you the best thing I can in this moment. Okay? Are you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
I hand you my flask. Take a drink.
Nev, I'm not drinking.
Take a drink.
I'm very much not. I don't want a drink.
You don't want what?
I need to
What
not
do you need?
be. I need.
You need to stop being a creme-sucking idiot for a second. Take a breath. Maybe take a break. Stop having yourself on this pedestal of needing to be something. Why don't you just be Dialan for a second? That's the great thing about me. I am storming Nev 24, 365, whatever time zone, whatever time. That is me. Okay?
Right.
And I may be a screw up. I may not be great. I may not
Definitely.
be proper. There's a lot of different things, right? But I'm me.
Yes. Okay.
And that's okay. And you're you. And if you already have a blue, you said a little blue guy, then that you're one step closer to something more. And maybe instead of trying to force something to happen, maybe you should just wait. I don't know. Maybe it'll happen when it's supposed to happen. I don't know. And you know what? I'll tell you another thing, okay? Because you're not the only person that feels way out of their elements, right? You're the one that told me, oh, get your stuff together, Nev, right? Which is ironic because it's me coming from you. And then I come and see you like this. But you want to know something? And I'll tell you this too, okay? I have a spren too, I guess. Except for it's red, and I see visions, and I don't understand, and I could have stopped everything that happened up until this point. I could have stopped it. I could have altered it. Somehow, some way, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand how any of this works. I am so far out of my element of understanding, but you know what? The one thing that I do know is that I'm still me.
Dialan
Right.
takes the flask and takes a pretty strong drink. at that point. I think we need to stop talking about it for a little while. I think we need to get to the camps. This sucks.
Okay, don't drink too much because we're gonna fly there apparently, and Storms knows how that's.
I had one. I just had one because you said that you could see the future, and that you also have one. And now I'm guessing.
I didn't say anything about the future. Well, I mean, I guess it was implied, but no, I saw things. Look, all I'm saying is,
I bet Nanzashu also has one. If we're talking about the most important people here.
Why do you? What is up with you and Nanzashu? What is this like? Do you like? What is he like? Did he save you?
He's an incredible warrior. He's an incredible warrior.
You're an incredible warrior.
Yeah, which is why I have one. So logic dictates that he also has one. That's science.
Look, you know what? I'm not going to say anything ill about him or anyone. We're in the thick of it, okay? And I was coming here. I don't normally do to check on you.
Thank you.
Because you're definitely off your game.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah, I can tell that. Why am I the one? I feel like, okay, I'm the screw up.
It's fine. It will be fine. We're going to be fine. We have to be fine. We need to be fine.
See, but I don't know how long you think I was standing here, but it was pretty much the entire one-sided conversation. And from what it sounded like, and I don't know, this little blue man or whatever that was glowing and, you know,
his name's
all
Zariah.
that kind of Zariah.
Yeah, has a name. Yeah.
Hello, Zariah. Anyway, it sounded to me like, again, you're forcing this perspective or view, or you're trying to make something happen, just like you're saying everything's going to be all right. We don't know that, and that's okay. What we can control is what we can control. Right now, Torvin made a deal for us to do something for the Skybreakers, and
Like
we've also made a deal with the, whether you believe that or not, I had a conversation with him on your behalf, sort of. It was kind of confusing, but look, you take it one step at a time. That's all we can do, because I'm like you. I'm lost in all of this too. Cierna has her leg back and was glowing, and
I'm very happy for her.
Flashbanged and can float. I don't know.
Yes, that's very awesome.
Yeah. And you took out like 5 individuals by yourself when we were being assaulted. You put together a plan. You had everything dotted and figured out in a moment's notice. That wasn't Nanzashu, that wasn't Torvin, that wasn't Cierna, that wasn't me, that was you. So all I'm saying is realize how storming good you can be, right? And own it and be okay with that and trust any kind of process, I guess. Because that's what I do, right? Every day's new.
Maybe. Listen, we have to get to the camps. Thank you for the pep talk. And thank you so much for coming and checking on me. I am freaking out, but I have a strong feeling that things are going to get worse before they get better, and I need to keep Cierna alive. And I'm glad that you're with me.
Just 2 final things. Can you give me my flask back, please?
Yes, take this.
Okay, thank you. Second, and this is just curiosity. When you were saying they're not cool, you weren't talking about me, right? 'Cause I'm just curious. You were saying
no, I wasn't talking about you. No,
he's not a cool guy, and I'm just curious as to who you were talking about.
I was talking about Torvin.
Okay, got it. Noted.
I was very directly talking about Torvin.
Yeah, I figured as much. I was just checking.
Yeah, hey,
so.
between you, me, and the ever cracked expanse of the Shattered Plains, Torvin's a jerk.
I don't know. I think he's all right. I mean, he did kind of make that call and expected you to speak up, even though he doesn't understand the kind of structure and hierarchy of that. But I explained that to him. But honestly, he's not bad. I mean, he likes to drink. I think he's doing pretty good for like what he's. So just like
Zariah, he is not a cool guy. He is entitled to the sweat of other people's brows. And if he thinks that he's making I do not know this man well enough yet. And until, you know what, for you, Nevod, because you understand, I am going to do this. I am going to give him the benefit of the doubt until further notice. I'm going to side-eye him at every opportunity, and I am going to look at him with a very discerning gaze. But I will still follow him, and I will respect what he asks, but I do not know his true colors. I have no idea what his true motives are, and at the end of the day, I know who I can trust and who I cannot, and at the moment, I cannot trust him. I don't know enough about him. We have been traveling together for 10 days, and he has signed me up to go and try to kill a high prince. Those are not trustworthy things. I just don't want any more of my friends to die because of the choices someone who doesn't know what they're doing makes.
He made the right decision. We don't have to kill a high prince. I'm not going to kill a high prince. If there's some justice to be done, he allowed us to survive another day. That's what he did. We've had 2 days of threats beyond anything I've ever thought I would face. But you also have to realize that all of us were thrown together. You can trust your men. Maybe this is counterintuitive, but you just met me. There's not a lot of trust here either. All you can do is hope for the best and prepare for the worst, right? That's all we can ever do.
I'm trying. I am trying. I'm trying.
And that's all you can do.
Yes.
Great.
I guess let's go fly.
I take another drink.
You take that drink, and as you guys are walking back to camp, Zoraya's like, "Phew. Dang, Dialan, you just got read like a book."
I'm not talking to you.
What did I do? And Zoraya floats on with you. Nev, as you take that swig, there's a bit of a vibration similar to like a rhythm that you feel kind of next to you, and floating next to you as you turn your head, you see Cyrus.
I was wondering where you went. Were you present the whole time for all of this?
Yes. They were kind words. They were harsh words. But they were words that needed to be heard.
I'm used to harsh words of the non-kind variety, so...
It is because your kind heart can withstand them.
Yeah. You have any thoughts on this whole situation we're in?
The Skybreakers will kill us if we do not do what they ask.
That's kind of what I imagined. They just wiped out like 30 people in like a matter of like 10 heartbeats, which is...
It is simple deduction. It is not what they say they will do, but looking at humans, sometimes you say things and do not do them. I believe it is called lying.
Yes, I admittedly do it often. Probably more than I need to, but in my line of work, you need to for the benefit of others, usually.
So you do things that may hurt for the benefit of others.
Guess that's one way to look at it.
Then I am sorry. And you lose your vision for a moment, as if stormlight just flashes into your mind, and immediately you're struck with visions that are not your own, thoughts that are not your own. You immediately see a small Kremling kind of walking, crawling across the stone, and then immediately up to someone's leg. A flash, you see another multitude of individuals kind of huddled in a uh, centralized kind of like alleyway with hoods up, and then one of them waves their arm past, like for you to beckon you, and you see three triangles kind of etched into the back of their hand and a insignia, and then the last one is of a graveyard, and all your body feels is heat and the smell of smoke. And then you are back on the Shattered Plains.
Storms, does that ever get easier?
You do things that may hurt to aid others.
I just have one question. Can I don't, these don't make sense. I don't understand them. Can I stop these things from happening? Can I alter these things? Could I have stopped Cierna's situation or dodged the red-eyed fused, I think they were called?
Using deduction and your body mass and strength that I have seen you withhold, I doubt you could defeat either a chasm fiend or a fuse. So my understanding is no.
Then what's the point of the visions?
To possibly plan. You do not always have to defeat an obstacle. Sometimes you work around it.
Right. Do you ever leave? Like go elsewhere, or are you just here with me now?
Mother
forever?
said I should stay with you.
All right. Well, if you have any thoughts or anything, feel free to let me know. Thanks for trying to help in your way, I guess.
When you go unconscious, are you dying?
I think it depends
night.
on the...
At night, when you go unconscious, are you dead?
No, I'm sleeping.
Sleep.
Resting. Kind of re-energizing my body, I guess. Trying to prepare for the next day. Do you not sleep?
I am the cognitive understanding of humanity's main thought process manifested into a type of being. I do not think I require sleep.
Okay. Then why were you curious? Did you just not know?
You said that if I have a thought, I should ask you.
Right. That's, okay. Seems we both don't know a lot about each other.
Indeed.
You comfortable with flying? Because, I guess we're about to go on a flight.
It is simple. It is mostly how I move around the physical realm.
Yeah, you're doing it now. That was stupid. Do you see the little blue man that Dialan's talking about? Is there like an actual?
It is an honor, Spren. They are interesting, Spren.
Honor Spren.
Mother doesn't like them.
Oh, are they bad? Should Dialan be worried?
Bad as in
evil. Going to.
evil. They are evil to Mother. So yes, they are evil.
You know, we really, as we like start walking back towards camp, we really need to talk about this Mother influence you have. It says we just gotta like walk back towards camp.
You guys return back to camp. This will probably be our next closing scene, but does anybody want to have one more scene before we start flying? Okay.
Oh, we want to be in the camps.
Yeah.
You all finally congregate together. The Skybreakers stand amongst you. Inya taking the lead on communicating how this is going to happen. For the most part, you are doing a balancing act. Me and my sisters will be controlling most of the flight. Now, everything should go smoothly as long as the trust and understanding is that we are not trying to drop you in any way, shape, or form. Cierna
is busy feeding the Chulls little treats because she's gonna miss them for the hour,
right, because this is gonna take like trips. they can't get all of you and the Chulls at the same time.
She's not paying attention to any of the instructions. She's feeding the Chulls.
So as she's like trying to get your attention, Sine kind of taps your brightness, and Cierna still can't look, just like taps your shoulder.
Yes, Sine.
And she points to the Skybreaker, who she also cannot look at. This will probably be easier if you just hold your breath through the experience, but try not to consume any of our stormlight while we are in this flight. In doing so, may possibly relinquish us of all the stormlight needed to make this travel, thus having all of us fall out of the sky completely.
Nope,
with that being said, I believe our squire will be doing most of the escorting for you in that case.
All right. I will hold my breath. I think.
And so for Cierna, I'm going to ask for a discipline roll.
Oh
no! But for everyone else, it could also be a discipline roll, but this one's more of like, you've never flown before, you are literally about to. Or do you lose consciousness, just going at a certain speed? Just like,
16.
I'm in the air. 16. As you guys, so basically it's just a touch of the shoulder, or a grasping of the hand for those who are a little more like Lorta is not feeling this. Lorta is not a fan of this. She is not okay. Same thing for the Ardents. So there's a little bit more hand holding for their experience, but it's mostly just balancing on nothing is what our non-radiants are doing. Actually, no, everyone is having that same similar effect of like, where do I put my feet? Nowhere. And you at first it is a slow glide, and what you realize is that it's not actually flying, more as you are being pulled in a direction. What did the other three get on their discipline rolls?
Let me roll real quick.
17.
17 samesies.
Okay.
11.
11. Okay. As you feel your bodies being pulled in the direction in which all of the Skybreakers in the lead are kind of like moving. And then every once in a while, you guys see Torvin, unfortunately, does one of those like, and kind of like starts flipping upside down. And so Inya has to like come over and flip you back up. And in that time, Nevod, a chicken flies by your head. And instinctually, you move out the way, but you gasp and you. And I think only you noticed this. But as Inya's assisting Torvin with putting him right side up, in her satchel are some spheres, and you watch as some of the light kind of starts making its way toward you. And you immediately cover your mouth as you continue heading in that direction. It is a flight of, but you guys are right outside of the war camps for the most part, but it's more up than across, as you notice they are trying to hide you within the clouds before they slowly start to glide you back down into Sabariel's camp. Can't really do a stealth check, as you are a multitude of beings floating in the air down into this camp. And immediately, alarms are sound. You see black and gold cloaks kind of running around, and you notice as Laki kind of leading the way in this glide down, finds an open area that is within the war camp to land you guys away from more of the hustle and bustle of Sabariel's camp, and a more secluded like farm area where you see a few chulls and some pigs. You know, you see a few cats go by. You see, like, Sabariel's got money, so he's got all the different animals other than the crustacean. Yeah, so this just this farmer's like kind of like feeding his chulls and moving hay around, and then he sees a party of 10 plus people land in his backyard, so to speak, and he just goes, Jamar, we have company. As you all land in his backyard.
And there's guards converging on the farm
Yes.
as well. I am intercepting the guards. I'm wearing the colors of the Avalon family. People know who I am here, so at least guards do.
Mm-hmm. And as you do that, Inya turns to Torvin. Our agreement stands. You have my span read.
I do. Thank you for the comfortable ride, he says with a little sarcasm.
You don't have the feet of a windrunner or a skybreaker, but you may be invested to another order.
Sure. Okay.
Farewell, merchant. And she just shoots off into the sky along with the other skybreakers as they just like leave all of you here in the farm area as the guards start to circle, and then they notice Brightness, Captain. All of them just kind of like stand at attention as Nanzashu kind of just waves to all of them.
Apologies for the scare, and she extends that to the farmer as well. Sorry about that.
No harm, Brightness. Just gonna get back to work. This poor dark eyes farmer is like moving his stuff.
We'll be out of your way shortly. Our carts are coming, but I will endeavor to have them not land on your farm.
Much appreciated, Brightness. Nanzashu stands, tries to find the guard in charge. Says, I'm Captain Nanzashu. I need to find my father, if you'd be so kind. Of course, Bright Lord. Yes, this way, Bright Lord. Storms, what? take a deep breath, and he just starts like laying into these poor soldiers and start leading you toward your father's camp. And before we all head out, Torvin, you are the last of the group. You have made it to the war camps. And as everyone else begins to walk forward, Lorta grabs you by the arm. You did it, Nako.
Did what?
You got us halfway there.
No? I guess so.
I think you'll be fine with completing this task for the High Prince. It's the other ones I'm more worried about.
Yeah. Getting in deep now, aren't we?
Pretty much, yeah. I've been doing a little writing on my own recently, and there is a contact nearby that would like a word with you.
Here? Of course, here. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
And she kind of like nods over to the alleyway real quick.
Now. Oh, all right. Okay, if anyone asks, you will, well, you'll make something up, right? He gives her a pat on the elbow and walks into the alley.
You walk into the alley, and at first there's a couple storm lights set up, storm lanterns, and you don't see anybody. You walk a little further into the alleyway, turn a corner as you hear something down and to the left. You turn, you don't see anybody, but you hear somebody like walk. You're assuming they're walking to be more secluded. Still nothing. And then you continue walking until you get to a dead end.
As soon as I don't see anybody immediately, Torvin has his hand poised for his like hidden dagger.
Give me a deduction or perception roll.
Ooh. It's a nat 20, 24.
24, nat 22?
Yeah.
Fantastic. There's this barrel. Only place there could be anything. And you hear the shifting of something behind that barrel.
All right, now. Come on out.
And there's a moment. And then shifting out away from the barrel, it's a little Kremling.
Stuff. Storm and Kremling.
It begins skittering toward you. And then skitters right past you. Come on, Nako. And you turn and you see Lorta. They've been here scouting for us for so long. She like leans down and puts a hand out, and you notice she's hurt. There's an opening in her arm.
What?
All right. And as she puts her hand out, the Kremling walks up, crawls, places itself perfectly like a puzzle piece into the opening in her arm. She closes her eyes. Oh, she stretches, and you start to see little openings in her neck and in her face kind of breathing like they need to detach for a moment and close back up.
Lorta, what is going on?
Well, Nako, you're officially welcome into the Ghost Bloods. And that is where we will end tonight's episode of Heirs of Honor. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us yet again, for us to tell this awesome tale. Real quick announcements, real quick. Once again, no blood money this week. Fear not. We will be back May 8th for blood money. Tuesday, Breath Between Branches. And Thursday, we'll be right back here, and Torvin's going to figure out what's going on with Lorta here on Heirs of Honor. Hit up our YouTube. You'll be able to catch all these awesome shows on there, as well as our Discord, where you can ask me what's wrong with my brain and where I come up with all this goofy stuff. But with that being said, always remember to take care of yourself. Have a wonderful evening and weekend. And remember, journey before destination. Y'all have a wonderful night.